Joining me now from Charlotte, North Carolina is Mark Gray. He's a multimedia producer with HSRN and the ShadowLeague.com. Mark, a pretty big deal. What will Yao Ming bring to the Chinese Basketball Association?
Immediate credibility for Chinese basketball around the world, not only because of his Hall of Fame stature as a basketball player, but the fact that he really was the ambassador for basketball to the Far East. He's an engaging personality that understands the role that basketball plays both on and off the floor. And in many respects to Chinese basketball, he's going to be what Magic Johnson is trying to be right now for the Los Angeles Lakers of the NBA, as somebody who brings credibility, stewards the ship, and makes it a real player on the international landscape.
It's already a popular sport in China. He is the first non-governmental person to take this leadership position. How significant is this, and what does it say?
Well, it says that Chinese basketball officials are recognizing what the NBA recognized 25 or 30 years ago, that you sort of have to loosen the reins in order to play to the younger fan base. This is no longer the old crowd's game. You have to embrace things like music, which was what we saw play such a pivotal role in this year's All-Star game, where you have bands like the Roofs and the entertainment aspect. He understands how to market to free agent players, so if things don't work out in the NBA like they didn't for the Chinese basketball icon Stephon Marbury, that you do have a sanctuary on the other side of the world where you can become international celebrity of some renown. So I think that what this speaks to is the fact that they understand how marketing of basketball can open up doors to the rest of the world that play bigger than just on the hardwood as it relates to integrating Chinese culture into the international sports landscape.
You know, Yao Ming was just inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. He looks like he could still play, so walk us through some of his career highlights.
Well, first off, he was the signature player above anybody else who came from China, which made the rest of the world had to respect the fact that, you know, there are going to be some players that come from China who can really, really play. Away from the floor, his ability to market and sell the brand of Yao, which sold the brand of Chinese basketball. You know, his statistical totals, I think because of his injuries derailing his career, only tell a little bit about the impact that Yao Ming had. I don't think that we really are truly going to appreciate the impact of Yao Ming. Yeah, we understand what he did on the basketball floor, but this is where he pretty much is going to have the impact that will define his reputation and last for a lifetime by making Chinese basketball competitive on an international level, making it attractive to players from around the world, both European and American players, to bring their talents to improve the quality of the game. And I really think that he understands how to market and give it some pizzazz so that you can get the type of corporate partners to make it the kind of game that we see in America that makes money for ownerships, or in this case, the state, to continue to help subsidize the league so it can flourish for years to come.
And he really is so popular around the world and instantly recognizable around the world. What sort of changes do you think he'll make immediately there in China?
I would look for some structure, both in terms of grassroots development and sort of what we have in the United States with that USA basketball thing. Every 4 years when we put out the Dream Team, the best collection of basketball talent, any quadrennium that the world sees, I think that Yao wants to move in that direction internationally, because I think the place of China internationally in sports is a lot more important than it is to NBA stars. But I also think, having played in the NBA, he wants to have a league that's somewhere near comparable. I don't know if you're going to have enough internationally or Chinese-born players to make it as powerful as a league as, say, the NBA or some of the European or South American teams. But I think those are the models through his travels that he has seen, which gives him a prism to look at the big picture of basketball, not just the X's and the O's, the players, but the finances, the marketing, and the infrastructure that develops the game, develops players, and develops the league. And in so doing, develops another great basketball platform. And I think him understanding the NBA and him being a commissioner now offers up a unique opportunity for him to talk basketball with elite basketball minds, front office executives in the NBA, most notably the commissioner of the NBA. I would look for Yao Ming and Adam Silver to have a tremendous working relationship. And as that relationship grows, you'll probably see more NBA games in China, and you'll probably see a lot more Chinese basketball players not only playing in the NBA, but playing at the collegiate levels here in the United States.
All right, Mark Gray, thanks for all your insight. Appreciate it.